Ever find yourself standing at like a harbor,
Uh-huh.
just watching those massive ships just glide through the water?
Yeah,
It's kind of mesmerizing, isn't it? Like a ballet, but with
it
logistics.
really is. And most people just don't realize
Right.
the intricate dance happening behind the scenes.
Exactly. There's this whole hidden world
Absolutely.
orchestrating it all.
That's where the water traffic coordinator comes in.
Water traffic coordinator. Okay, so today we're diving deep into their world,
Love it.
and we're using RoleCatcher.com as our guide.
Great resource.
It is so much info on there.
It really is amazing.
So we're talking safe and efficient movement of what? Billions of dollars?
Billions, if not trillions, when you think about the global scale.
Worth of goods, right? So forget air traffic control.
This is next level.
This is the next level.
Yeah.
And RoleCatcher really gets into the weeds here.
They do. It's impressive.
What surprised you the most digging into all this?
Honestly, the sheer pressure these individuals face every day. Imagine making split-second decisions.
Oh, wow.
Not about planes, but ships, vessels the size of skyscrapers.
And they don't exactly turn on a dime.
Exactly. Limited maneuverability. One wrong call
Oh, no.
could lead to, well, a domino effect, costing millions potentially.
Oh, gosh.
Environmental impact, maybe even risking lives.
So it's a lot more than just, looking at blips on a radar screen.
Way more.
Okay, so paint a picture for us.
It's about anticipating problems before they even become problems.
Okay.
I remember talking to a water traffic coordinator.
Yeah.
He told me about this incident. Cargo ship lost engine power.
Oh, no.
During a storm, no less.
Oh, that's just not fair, is it?
No, it's the real deal. He had minutes to assess wind speed, currents, other vessels, everything.
And guide that captain to safety.
Exactly. Talk about a high-stakes puzzle.
RoleCatcher mentions critical thinking as like the top skill.
Rightfully so.
No, I get it.
It's not just rules, it's thinking on your feet, under pressure.
And a lot of pressure at that.
Absolutely. They're juggling maritime law, weather patterns, you name it.
Each ship's got to have its own quirks, too.
Oh, absolutely. And let's not forget the human element.
Right. Got to talk to these captains.
Captains, port authorities, and all while staying calm.
So you basically need the nerves of steel of an astronaut, but the communication skills of like a hostage negotiator.
Precisely. Clear, concise communication.
Especially when things get dicey.
One wrong word could spell disaster.
RoleCatcher also talks about the tech side.
It's not just radios and radar anymore.
So it's pretty high tech these days.
Cutting edge, we're talking sophisticated systems, software, AI is even playing a role now.
We're going to get into those fancy tools a bit later, but first,
Okay.
let's talk about the day-to-day, right? RoleCatcher had this breakdown.
Yeah, the career path.
Yeah, and it seems like there's a clear ladder to climb.
You could say that, yeah.
So describe it, take us through it.
Well, you usually start entry level, assisting with movements, making sure those massive ships are following the rules.
Learning the ropes,
Exactly, from the ground up.
paying your dues, getting a feel for the rhythm of the port. I like it.
It's all about building that foundation.
So what's next on this career trajectory?
So from there, you'd move up to junior water traffic coordinator.
Okay.
And now you're not just assisting,
Right.
you're actively coordinating movements,
Oh, the responsibility.
conducting inspections,
Wow.
even contributing to strategies,
Strategies? Like what?
for efficient vessel deployment.
Oh, so like how to get those ships in and out as smoothly as possible.
Exactly, maximizing efficiency,
So you're thinking like several steps ahead.
like a giant chess game.
A giant high-stakes chess
With
game.
millions of dollars riding on every move.
Exactly. And then eventually,
Finally, you reach the peak.
okay, the summit of Mount Water Traffic Control.
Senior water traffic coordinator.
There it is.
Now you're overseeing entire operations,
Wow, so it's a real leadership role now.
mentoring junior staff,
Okay.
making those high-level strategic decisions.
That keep the whole port running smoothly.
The whole symphony.
From the symphony of the port to a well-oiled machine.
That's a good way to put it.
But RoleCatcher hinted at something else, too.
Mm-hmm.
This tech revolution, specifically AI, it's not just about experience anymore.
It's true, the field is evolving so rapidly.
So how does that factor into all this?
Well, imagine this.
Okay.
You're prepping for a big interview, right?
Tail-biting stuff.
You've got the experience.
Years of it under your belt.
You know your stuff, but how do you actually demonstrate that?
Ah, the age-old question.
RoleCatcher's AI tools can help with that.
Okay, yeah, we talked about their CV analysis things.
Right.
But what's this interview practice all about? Is it like a robot judging my every word?
Think of it more like a personal coach. You practice answering common water traffic coordinator interview questions.
Okay.
Record your responses.
Yeah.
And their AI analyzes everything. Your
Yeah.
delivery, content, the whole 9 yards.
So it's giving you feedback
Constructive feedback.
on how you present yourself, how you think on your feet,
Exactly. Skills that are crucial for this role.
especially in those high-pressure situations.
Precisely. It helps you hone those skills.
That's actually really cool. I like that.
It's a game changer for sure.
But let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Which is?
Autonomous vessels.
Ah, yes.
We've talked about the human element of this job,
Hmm.
but with more and more automation, how will that impact the future of water traffic coordinators?
The million-dollar question, right? We're already seeing those autonomous ships being tested.
Yeah, it's wild.
But it's not about humans versus machines.
Okay.
It's about humans working with machines.
So instead of being replaced,
Right.
water traffic coordinators might need a whole new set of skills.
Exactly. They become more like air traffic control,
Oh, interesting.
overseeing the system,
Okay.
anticipating those problems, stepping in when things go wrong.
So instead of being hands-on with every single movement,
Yeah.
they're looking at the bigger picture, using their expertise to make sure these automated systems are running smoothly and safely.
Exactly. Think of it like this.
Yeah.
Right now, they're conductors, every movement.
Right.
But as automation increases, they become more like, well, you said it, air traffic control.
Overseeing the whole orchestra.
Exactly.
Actually,
That's a
good analogy.
And it really highlights the importance of continuous learning,
Definitely.
even for seasoned professionals.
Keeping up with the times.
Exactly. They need to adapt to these new technologies.
Speaking of which, RoleCatcher, they really seem to emphasize a strong foundation in the fundamentals.
Absolutely. The basics never go away.
So it's not just about becoming like a tech whiz, right? It's not. So what does that look like then?
You hit the nail on the head earlier.
Yep.
That hybrid thing.
Yeah.
Master of the maritime world.
Mm-hmm.
And this new wave of tech.
A true jack of all trades.
Exactly. The ones who can bridge that gap, those are the ones in high demand.
Makes sense.
Because it's not just about, operating a system. It's understanding its quirks, its limitations, knowing when to take over.
When to step in, yeah, like when you've got a ship bearing down on another one.
Exactly. That human judgment is still so crucial.
And speaking of tech,
Yes.
RoleCatcher mentioned smart ports,
Oh, they're amazing.
which sounds kind of like sci-fi to me.
It's becoming reality, and it's already changing the game for water traffic coordinators.
Really? How so?
Well, imagine this. Real-time data
Okay.
streaming in from all over the port, sensors everywhere,
Wow.
giving coordinators this dynamic view. Everything's constantly updating.
So they see what? Berth availability, traffic flow.
Weather conditions, even hyperlocal stuff.
So instead of like static charts and radio reports.
You've got this live 3D model of the entire port.
That's incredible.
And it's not just about visualizing it.
Huh.
AI can analyze all that data, right?
Yeah.
Anticipate bottlenecks, collision risks.
Before they happen.
Exactly. Even suggest the best routes, scheduling, maximize that efficiency.
So it's like having a superpowered assistant,
In a way, yes.
helping them make these really tough decisions.
Especially with how massive and complex ports are these days.
Absolutely. Now we can't forget about
What's that?
sustainability, right?
Ah, yes, of course.
Big topic these days.
And for good reason.
Absolutely. So how does this all tie in?
Well, AI can optimize those routes, minimize fuel consumption, emissions.
Greener shipping lanes?
Exactly. Better for everyone.
Love it. But with all this tech at their fingertips,
Mm-hmm.
are we headed towards a future where water traffic coordinators,
Yeah,
they're just watching screens all day?
it's a valid concern.
Like their roles become fully automated.
But here's the thing. Human element. Always crucial.
Okay.
AI can process, suggest, sure,
Right.
but it's the water traffic coordinator.
Their experience,
Years of it.
intuition.
Who makes that final call.
They're the ones who can think critically under pressure. No algorithm can replace that.
So it's more about enhancing human judgment.
Giving them better tools to make those informed decisions.
A partnership, if you will.
Okay, I like that.
AI provides the data, the analysis,
Information.
and the human brain provides the experience, the intuition.
The understanding of the maritime world.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That's reassuring, actually.
It's an exciting time to be in this field.
It sounds like it.
Full of possibilities for those who, well, for those who dare to navigate those ever-changing waters.
That's a great way to put it. And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the fascinating world of water traffic coordination. A huge thank you to RoleCatcher.com for providing the insights that informed our exploration.
Absolutely invaluable resource.
It really is. And to our listeners, we hope this episode has given you a glimpse into this often unseen but vital profession and maybe even sparked a curiosity to learn more. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.